We will begin in a second, just getting everything in order, letting a few people come in, and we'll get started soon. We got a special guest on today, fellow Detroiter, my guy. We're going to talk all things Bitcoin crypto bull run. I'm excited for this one, especially after the events that took place yesterday. Woo-wee. I'm excited for this one. Yo, this is FD White, aka Crypto Funds. Welcome back to the channel. We got a special guest today. We're not going to really talk about too many charts. We're not going to talk about too many projects. We're going to talk about overall bull run, overall bull market, some tips, some tricks from a crypto OG, somebody who I've been watching for a while. Guy knows what he's talking about. He knows, how the crypto market moves. He knows the intricacies of it. So we're going to talk to him. But before we get into that, make sure you hit that like, make sure you hit that subscribe. And yeah, let's jump into it. Let's bring him on the stage, man. Crypto Blood, man. Thank you for coming on the channel. How's everything going, brother?
I brought my soundboard with me too, brother.
Oh, I said, hey, I already knew it was coming, man. How you feeling today?
Good, man.
I just walked outside. I was shooting some hoops with my son. It's like 70 degrees out here right now.
It's a round of applause. It's 70 degrees out there. It's gonna be a tornado in hell later, man. But hey, I'll take what we have right now. Hey. You know what I mean?
Hey, it's kind of like the crypto market, right?
There you go. There you go.
Yes. So, Blood, man, thank you for coming on, man. I did
sure.
I did an episode not too long ago with Rob from Digital Asset News, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna start a little series where I get a bunch of the crypto OGs to come on and talk bull market tip, because a lot of people are going to start pouring into the market. A lot of people who are in the market, they came in the bear market. So we're going to give them some tips. Like I said, from some crypto OGs, some people who've been, in the space for a minute and who's been doing it at a high level. So I had to get you on, man. Like I said, thank you for coming on.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for having me, for sure.
So this is how I want to start it off. For those who don't know your story, because I don't even know it. I didn't even want to ask you when we chopped it up last week. I wanted to wait for this moment here. If you can give us a quick story of how you got into crypto and how you became, crypto blood and all of that. Go give us something like that.
So, yeah, I got into crypto in 2013. So it'll be 11 years in March. I was reading a Zero Hedge article up late one night. I was big on Zero Hedge. I don't know if you know about Zero Hedge, that website.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Been a subscriber and supporter of that blog for many years now. It's been like literally close to 13, 14 years. But I was on there reading. I came across an article, said something about decentralized currency. I said, Now you got to think 2013, '08 happened. That's when I started going down the rabbit hole. The veil kind of lifted for me because I was under the guise of, Wall Street, everything's fine. They're playing by the rules. Everything is hunky dory. When '08 hit, that's when I really started going down the rabbit hole and following people like Mike Maloney and various people, man, all types of legendary people on YouTube, and really educating myself on that side of the spectrum because, again, I come from tech programmer, software engineer, but also traded. But I didn't understand the intricacies of the market, even as a trader, as a prop trader. I didn't understand this shit was a house of cards, bro. And so it took '08 to happen for me to really go down that rabbit hole and research and figure out what's going on. But anyway, again, one night, like 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm sitting up there reading, and see this article, and literally, bro, that night I went at 2 o'clock in the morning up to CVS on 10 Mile and Southfield Road. Round of applause. Yeah, I know you know where that's at.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's the scene of the crime, ladies and gentlemen. That's where Crypto Blood got his first 5 Bitcoins and ain't looked back since, bro. I went, so went through the process, followed the instructions on Mount Gox, and it came. I thought it was gonna be a gamble. I thought I was just throwing away $500, $600. But it actually credited to my account, and I said, oh, this okay, all right. So I moved it off Mount Gox to my own wallet. Was playing around with it, and the next day I went and bought another 5, and that was the start, bro. So I got in the game 10
Oh wow.
Bitcoins 10 years ago. Round of applause. Or 11 now, but yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, soon as you said Mount Gox, I knew it was it was definitely an OG. That's
Mm-hmm.
beginning times for Bitcoin when that was like one of the
Yes, sir.
first exchanges, I think it was. So yeah, congrats, man, congrats. You beat us to the
Mm-hmm.
punch. You not only beat BlackRock, you beat everybody basically. But
I,
so
I did beat.
congratulations with that.
Most important, I beat BlackRock. Thank you. That's all that
Hey,
matters. Finally, I get
exactly,
ahead.
exactly. Finally. Yeah. So with this recent price movement, with this recent price action, basically since yesterday, what is your thoughts on the overall market short term right now? What are you thinking? Do you think this is like a local top? Do you think we have enough steam to keep going? How and is
Yeah, man. We're gonna keep going. I got some interesting highlights for the audience. I don't know if you guys know this, but
okay?
today Bitcoin ETFs passed 300,000 Bitcoins in under 2 months, bro. I don't think
Oh
you
wow.
hear me. 300,000 Bitcoins have been accumulated in under 2 months from the spot Bitcoin ETF. That's crazy, bro.
Wow.
In
So
2 months.
yeah. So I was looking at something. Yeah, I think I've seen Kelly retweet. Kelly Kellum. He retweeted something that's saying that they've almost accumulated over 1 billion bitcoins or something like that. Some crazy number like that. And it's
Six
just
six
proving the
billion six
fact
billion dollars worth of Bitcoin have been accumulated in 2 months. Now,
that is ridiculous.
MicroStrategy has what, 7? No,
I think they
yeah,
got about
something like that, right?
they got a lot. They got a whole lot. And the point that you're saying is bringing home the fact that the demand is gonna soon outweigh the supply, will cause a huge price shock upward.
I think
And
we're
then we're
already
not
there.
even going. We'll talk. You think we're already there?
Yeah, I think we're already there. So if you break that
So
down,
go ahead.
FD, yeah,
Hmm.
you break that down, right? 300,000 Bitcoins in under 2 months, right? It was there like 40 weekdays and well, about what, 20 weekdays in a month. So you're talking about 40
Hmm.
weekdays in 2 months, right? That's like 700 and 7,500 Bitcoin per day.
Wow, that is
Or if
nuts.
you break it
That's
down in
nuts.
US fiat dollars, $360 million being bought every day of Bitcoin.
So, oh wow. So let's get to the point. What? How far you think we going? How high do you think we going? Do you got some astronomical numbers? Like I see a lot of people talking about $1 million Bitcoin soon, not like 5 to 10 years. I'm
Okay.
seeing like soon. I'm saying like within this cycle, even if we're in the cycle, because it seems like the cycle is kind of further along than it has been in the past. So where do you think? Let's say the end of 2025. Where do you think we can be? If you can give us a price prediction before we get into some more topics.
I don't like giving price predictions because it there are so many elements that play into a target, right? You can have a black swan event that completely just wipes out that, or you can have some event that's positive for Bitcoin that overshoots that target. It's no way. That shit is just for entertainment. I don't
Hmm.
know where Bitcoin is going to be. Um, uh, a specific price. I do think we will be over 100,000 faster than when people initially thought we would be because of
Yeah.
just because of the sheer numbers that I just broke down to you from the Wall Street sector buying Bitcoin. Essentially 365 million Bitcoins, or $365, $365 million worth of Bitcoins per day.
Wow.
So and that's only going to accelerate. That's not like linear. It'll only
Mm-hmm.
grow.
Yeah. It's only gonna grow.
Um,
True. True. True.
yeah. So I think we will hit 100K way before most people thought. But I also think we will see in 2025 possibly another huge correction because of what we have going on fiscally and monetarily in the United States. Debt ceiling. We got new debt or old debt from 2021, 22 that needs to be rolled over. That happens. That matures in 2025 as well. So you got a lot of stuff
Okay. Yeah.
that could be a headwind for us in 25, but 24 I think is going to be very very bullish for Bitcoin. And again, I think over $100,000, or at least at $100,000 before most people thought we would hit it.
Cool. Yeah. I definitely agree. I definitely agree. Before we go move forward, man, shout out to Alex O Crypto in the chat, man. We just came over from his live stream. He brought some of the Otter gang over. So shout out to Alex O Crypto, man. We're definitely gonna have to get some things going very, very soon, man. Shout out to him. Who else got in the
Yeah,
chat?
shout out to him.
Dave P, French Toaster, TRD Farmer. Who else we got? A lot of familiar names from Alex O's crypto chat.
That's
Jonathan
right.
Schaefer, how you doing, man? Everybody, and I appreciate you guys for coming over and supporting the channel. We are growing slowly but surely, man. I love crypto. I love talking about it. So even if I was just sitting here talking to my camera, I would be doing it because I love it that much. So I appreciate you guys for coming over and supporting the channel and listening to a couple guys talk crypto. So my
I just
next
want to
thing I
shout
want
out
to
T.
talk
I
about.
want to shout out T Will real quick. T Will made a great point. He said there aren't even 7,000 Bitcoin mined a day.
Oh
So
wow.
you see the numbers that I'm coming up with. I think we're going, and this is why we're seeing these huge legs up, these leg up in the markets, where you're just getting these
Mm-hmm.
like seems like short squeezing, and it is. There's some short squeezing going on, but there's a lot of buying there as well. And so you keep seeing these short
Right.
squeeze
True.
moments up every couple of days, every couple of, you're seeing these moves up. And that's because they're buying, bro. And it's not going to stop.
Yeah.
It's not going to stop.
Yeah. It's not gonna stop. It seems like you know what I told my audience back in July. I was a lot smaller. Once Larry Fink started coming with his Bitcoin tour, I'm like, okay, that's the thing right there. What more do you need to see? This is the biggest asset manager in the world. They hold over trillions of assets under management. This guy has all the power in the world, and he's running around CNBC, Fox News, and all these outlets talking Bitcoin. That was my go all in phase right there. Once he started doing it, that just I didn't really need more validation, but that was really what validated my conviction, and I just went forward from that. So that was definitely something that I took to heed and took to heart and kept going. So with you being in the crypto space so long, you seeing various bull markets, various bear markets, what are some of the top mistakes that you see newer people coming into the space? If you can pinpoint a few.
Hmm. I don't know. I don't know what new people are doing. Like, I'm not sure, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't
Can
know what.
you can you remember? Well, can you remember?
I
Let's
can
go
tell
back
you
to
what
when
the
you was in
mistakes
Mount
that
God.
maybe I made,
Yeah.
right? I
Okay.
could
Let's
tell
do
you,
that.
yeah, I could tell you my mistakes. So I think personally, um, my mistakes were early on, and I don't even call it a mistake. It was more so just not knowing, and hindsight is 2020. This was a new asset, and we didn't value it like that. I mean, there were a couple of people back then that were saying $1 million Bitcoin even back then. Um, I'm drawing a blank now on my guy's name. God, I'm drawing a blank. I can't remember right now.
McAfee?
But who?
Was it McAfee? was saying $1 million. Is that his name? The guy
Oh,
that
McAfee?
I
No,
don't want to
no,
say
no.
what they
McAfee wasn't.
McAfee. Yeah, yeah.
McAfee wasn't in it back then. He wasn't in. He wasn't
Oh, he
in
was.
in
Oh, okay.
Bitcoin back then. Um, but I can't remember his name. He's really off the scene now. But yeah, he was saying $1 million Bitcoin a long time ago, 10 years ago, even before that. But at any rate, we were spending the coins. We were just using them as a utility because it was cash then. It was less of an issue with bandwidth, and network congestion wasn't an issue at all because more there weren't that many people using it. Um,
Right.
so I would buy my cigars with Bitcoin. I would buy, I would roll Satoshi dice. I would do various things actually using the coins. And so that was somewhat of a mistake, though it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't bad, bro, because you got to understand when I got into Bitcoin, it was like $89, right? While my first 10, roughly dollar cost average over 2 days, was like 89, $90, somewhere around there. It had gone from 80, $90 up to 1,000 in that first run. So I was able to 10x my money, okay? And I took a lot of those gains, and what I ended up doing is buying hardware to mine. Now I'm a tech guy, right? But I was never a hardware
Right.
side. I was a software guy. When you go to college, you got two tracks in computer science. You got engineering, computer hardware, or you got the software engineering. I went the software route, was never really big in the hardware, but I took that time to learn how to build machines. So I started building my own rigs. I was going to get crates, getting motherboards, putting GPUs in there, putting a CPU unit on there, putting the little CPU glue on
Yeah.
there, and
It's
just
just
figuring
glue.
it all
Yep.
out, and putting it all together and learning it as I went. It was a great experience. So I say all that to say I did end up like I more than got all that money back because I began
Hmm.
mining Litecoin at 50 cents. Dogecoin, and I don't even know how many decimals away. I still kick myself on Dogecoin because I did not keep a lot of my Dogecoin. I was mining like 6 million Dogecoin a day, somewhere
Oh my
around there.
goodness.
Yeah, yeah, at its height. And I had a couple of my clients that I built some rigs for as well. And we see each other sometimes, just shake our heads because, man, no one knew. There's no way. There's no way you would have known Doge of all the coins. Elon Musk would have, because it's all attributed to Elon.
Yeah.
He's the reason Doge is as big as it is, point blank.
Yeah.
Period.
Definitely.
But
Definitely.
yeah, I mean, I would say using it maybe was a mistake, because at that price, even the coins that I did use and never, let's say recovered exponentially, there's a gap and a difference there. But you can't get it all, man. You can't get it all.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I will say, what I did learn is to take profits. You gotta take profits. I say take the chicken off the table. You gotta take some
That
chicken off the
was,
table.
that
You
was
gotta take some
definitely
chicken off the
leading
table.
into yeah. Let's lead into my next point. That's what happened with me last run. So I was that first time. Well, I think that first run up when Coinbase IPO'd and the market was going crazy. I think it was like March, April, May, sometime around that time, like 2021. I mean, my portfolio was looking very, very good because I was just buying. I got it in DeFi summer. And so I was just buying and buying and buying and buying. And then once that run up happened, and I even had a little bit of Dogecoin too. So once that happened, my portfolio was going crazy. And I'm like, oh, okay. Little did I know I should have been taking profits along the way. Luckily, we had another run up at the end of the year. And then I did
Mm-hmm.
the same thing again and rolled it all the way back down in 2022. I mean, all the way down, like 80%. It
Yep.
was heartbreak. You know what I mean? Heartbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
So
The
now
biggest the
in
biggest
the
lesson
depths
for
of
me
huh?
was 2017 run. That was when I was like, damn. And I took profits in 17. I was taking profits all the way through 17 into 18, but the run was so severe. It was so violent, like I had never seen, and no one had at that point. I had been through two other bull cycles, but 2017, 18 was like none other. I couldn't believe,
Yeah, true.
like I had multiple seven figure, portfolios, and lost a lot of, saw the value of that come down a lot. And that's just mentally, you got to be prepared for that. And one way to prepare for it is to lock in some of those gains and rotate over into other things, real estate, um, into people don't maybe not want to hear this, but stocks, into precious metals. Just have a diversified portfolio, not just in crypto, because it is so volatile. It is so it's the most riskiest speculative asset class we have out there. This is the
True.
game we're
Very
playing in, so
true.
people have to
So
keep that in
it
context.
is. Yeah. So, but another thing, what I tell my audience, blood, is the way it moves. I don't know if it's gonna keep moving like this in the kind of near future, within the next few years, because like I said, the big entities and what are coming in, and they're gonna stay. But the more liquidity, they're gonna stabilize the price. So what I was saying was, in the past, these big run ups and these big drawdowns were good because that's how you made the money. If you're not leverage trading, you're not doing all that, and you're just buying spot and you're holding in the bear market and letting it ride up in the bull market. These volatile swings are what moves the market. I mean, that's what moves people to come in who've done their due diligence, who knows that there's a possibility that this coin came from 1 cent to $50. You know what I mean? So that's how we make our money in a bull run. That's how we did our due diligence in the bear market. And hopefully, so far so good. Like so far so good. I can't really complain. I'm kind of proud of myself for staying convicted and staying in tune to the markets and in tune to guys like yourself, and just staying abreast to what's going on. So
Yeah,
one thing, what you talking
there's
okay.
a famous quote um, by an investor, and he says, "Everyone looks like a genius in the bull market," and it's true.
Right,
Because
right.
everything goes up, so you can't differentiate who has the real alpha and who doesn't when you're in a raging bull market like in crypto. I can close my eyes and do a D Brown dunk and
You gonna
pick
slam
a
it.
crypto, and it's gonna slam. It's gonna slam. So
Exactly.
people just have to listen to people, pick who they want to pick, the right people to watch, and look out for the people who are right in the bear market,
True,
because those
true. So let
typically
me
will
ask you
happen.
this.
Hmm.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. What was you saying?
No, that's all I was gonna say. Yep.
Okay, altcoins. Let's switch over to some altcoins. So a lot of people, if we missed the Bitcoin train, we didn't get in with the Mount Gox. A lot of people are eyeing these altcoins now. Do you have any altcoins, not financial advice, that you are looking at in order to, maybe 20, 30, 40, 50x? Do you see a lot of potential in these altcoins, or are you just, since you've been in the game so long, you just sit back, sit on your stacks and trade? Now, what are you doing?
I'm risky in a lot of in some of the altcoins for sure, but more so the layer ones. That's where mostly I am. I mean, I have a bag of meme coins. The meme run did pretty well the last go round. I actually think the meme coin um, motif will come back again. I think that will have another life, a second life,
Mhm.
because memes are, how can I put this? Memes don't expire. Like, the concept of memes don't expire, right? You can, the ICO boom of 2017, that was a new concept of raising capital. That got squashed out by the SEC, right? That's done. You're not going to see that again. DeFi, you'll see DeFi again, but regulation is going to really squash out that as well in the next run, I believe. Meme coins are literally just for fun, and they're memes, right? And I think you're going to see that again because the younger generation, they love memes. So they're going to when they get it introduced into the crypto space, this the next go round, memes are going to be there, and they're going to jump on them.
Right.
So I think
Facts.
memes will have a
Facts.
second life. AI coins, though highly speculative and really no rhyme or reason, I think those will have another run. They already are. If you look at them, my AI category is up drastically since just Nvidia's earnings, for no reason, for no reason, bro.
Right.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna see those motifs will play out in the next run.
Yeah, definitely. I like AI definitely. I think you know what? It's just the last if I when I think about the last bull run, the last bull market, it was like any little thing from an outside crypto perspective pumps crypto. The Meta changed its name, then the gaming and metaverse things, start taking off. Just like with right now with OpenAI when they released that new
Sora.
text to yeah, Sora. Well, they do have WorldCoin. That's kind of tied to OpenAI. So once that start going up, that's why all the AI coins start going up. So it's really like what I look for is I look for the narrative in the sector. When I start seeing a narrative in a sector heating up, even outside the crypto market, but I know every it's crypto is just all speculation for the most part right now. So once something like that happens, I'm automatically my senses are going off and I'm jumping into that sector and I'm starting to accumulate or I'm starting to buy or even trade because I'm a trader. I go in and I start to buy these coins and buy these narratives and buy these sectors. And it's really simple if you do it like that. I'm not saying it's like a set in stone when you do it, but really though, you got to kind of be ahead a little bit. You got to think a little bit ahead of the curve because these players are really like alley oops. Like in the crypto market, they're really like alley oops. You just got to be on top of it. That's why I always got alerts and stuff going off all day, every day, and I'm trying to stay ahead of the game. So how do you stay ahead? Like you got the channel, you got to be abreast to the news, you got to be abreast to what's going on. How do you stay on top of your game? How do you stay on top of these bull markets with so much going on, so many new narratives, so many new coins coming along? How's Crypto Blood staying on top of his game?
I look outside the crypto space. That's
Mm-hmm.
where your real alpha is going to be. You got to pay attention to the traditional markets. You got to know what's going on there. And it helps with me because before getting into crypto, I had to pay attention to traditional markets, trading FX and stuff. So it's not anything foreign or to me. It's
Mm-hmm.
natural for me to make sure I see what Bloomberg is talking about and check out Zero Hedge and check out various websites on the TradFi side to see what's going on. So you got to keep your eye and your ear to the streets on Wall Street as well, and really monetary policy, what the Federal Reserve is doing. A lot of people have conflated this bull run that we had in crypto with just it being a bull run. No, it's a bull run like none other because we had a COVID situation, a pandemic, right? That infused and they infused $2 trillion plus. I think even more than that if you off books. So a lot of that spilled over into the crypto markets. Highly speculative, right? So you have
Mm-hmm.
additional cash, to play with. That's the place to go. The
Yeah,
crypto
that is the
casino.
place to go. Yeah. So let
Yep.
me ask you this,
So
because
what
I let
happens?
me go ahead.
Yeah, so you have to ask yourself what happens when that liquidity dries up. It hasn't yet. So that's my contrarian case for crypto. You have to be aware of is the liquidity dry up in TradFi markets. Um,
Mm-hmm.
what's my guy name who from Arthur Hayes put out a blog many months ago that he did a lot of research and detailed the parallels between U.S. liquidity index and crypto, and it's literally almost a mirror. So I think if liquidity dries up, they're going to try not to have that happen. But if it does, we have a crisis of some sort and liquidity dries up,
Mm-hmm.
cryptos will get hit hard. So you have to, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You have to watch TradFi in order to keep your edge.
Definitely, definitely. I definitely look at. I mean, I'm not sitting there watching Jim Cramer all day, but I'm definitely keeping my eye on, the TradFi. I'm keeping I'm keeping my eye out on what's going on geopolitically. I'm keeping my eye on a
That's
bunch of
good.
different
Yeah.
things because it's really like from all the research that I've done, this is like it's kind of it was especially like in 2023 it was very hard to navigate because a lot of people were calling for like a recession. We kind of had a recession, probably like a rolling recession where it's hit different sectors at one time, but a lot of people were expecting the stock market to roll over. A lot of people were expecting crypto to go to the not the depths. We were already in the depths, but a lot of people thought it was going to the bottom of the depths. Didn't happen. So a lot of these things, a lot of like since 2020, man, the whole world is off. Like economically, physically, just everything just seems off. So right now, what I'm doing, and from what I've learned in 2023, because I went into 2023 being super bearish, and I missed out on that first half of that run. But when the banks started failing, that's when I really started to, kind of get back on track and kind of, get my best
But
forward
but
again.
that's the
So,
thing though. It's not. It's
go
you, if the banks fail, Bitcoin is not the place to be, in my opinion.
ahead.
It's not the place to be
So let me ask you this: Why
initially
did it? Why did Bit? So why did Bitcoin go up last March when the banks started failing?
because you had $2 trillion plus that were sloshing around in the industry in the
Yeah.
markets. You get what I'm saying? That
Right. Okay.
so it
Yeah.
covered it
Okay.
up. So yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
why you didn't see anything. You didn't even see the stock market. I mean, it dropped a little bit, but then it went right back up.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you
Mm-hmm.
gotta follow.
Yeah.
You gotta follow the liquidity. So if the liquidity actually jams up and the Federal Reserves are put into a predicament or painted themselves in a corner where they can't inject more or whatever the scenario may be, that's when you're going to have cryptos get hit hard. That's when you're going to
Mm-hmm.
hit. And
So
and
you don't.
remember this, in the Great Recession, the first set of banks started going under 2 to 3 years before the actual Great Recession, Great Depression. I'm sorry, Great Depression actually hit. I'm gonna say that again. It was 2 to 3 years before the actual kickoff of the Great Depression. Right? It was two
Yeah.
to 3 years
Right.
before that marker you saw banks begin to fail. So because it's such a large system, you're not going to see it all happen at once or in a short time frame. It takes a few years for this to play out. So it's all about timing, and
So what
I
are
just
you?
want.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what? I mean to cut you off. What are you looking for though? Like this, I'm trying to get to the meat of Crypto Blood's brain.
Yeah.
Pause. What are you looking for when you are like trying, like if something happens, or what are you looking for as a precursor to a rollover? Because a lot of Bitcoin maximalists, a lot of people are just super bullish that Bitcoin can do no wrong. They're saying if something happens in the overall economy, if something happens to the stock market, we may see a little correlation to the stock market at first, then Bitcoin will act as a safe haven, sort of like how gold acted in the past. You're not of that camp, from what I'm hearing.
Nope. 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 I'm not.
So,
Not initially. So when the shit hits the
mhm,
fan, if we have a scenario, we have like an '08 scenario again
mhm,
in a different way. It's not going to be, it's not going to repeat. It's going to rhyme, but it's not going to repeat. We have a situation like '08 in a different category. Uh, I'm thinking repo markets. Yeah, you're going to have Bitcoin and cryptos get hit 95, 90% down. Altcoins, even more than that. Okay, they're going to get hit hard,
mhm.
in my opinion. Now, the bounce back, sure, bounce back is going to be like none other, and crypto will outperform like it has every time. But it's all about timing. Are you willing to take a 90% haircut? No, most people are going to sell at the bottom. They're going to
Mhm.
sell at the bottom. So why not just get your mind in the right framework to be prepared to sell as you see those signs hit, so you don't have to be faced with the dilemma of, damn, do I sell my bags 90% down? I need to, you know, but I don't want
Yeah.
to, but I need to. And you're gonna, and most people are
Mhm.
going to.
Okay.
So
Yes. Because I see a look. Well, Jonathan Schaefer. Shout out to Jonathan Schaefer over in the chat. He's saying we're going to 289K in the next 2 to 5 years. I can definitely see that, Jonathan. I
yeah,
can definitely
I
see that
can too.
happening with a lot of volatility in between. But I definitely
Right.
definitely can see that. So
Yeah, I can as well.
let's look at the chat. See what.
But it's all about
Yeah.
timing.
It's all about timing. That's it. It's all about timing. What I'm trying to do it right now is, like I said, I'm keeping my head like the bear market. Everybody's saying, is when you do your research, when you keep your head in the books, when you do your due diligence. But in the bull run, you also have to, keep your head in the books. You can kind of sit back, relax a little bit, and let your portfolio climb if you've been accumulating and if you been doing what you're supposed to do, but you still have to not really let up in this bull run because, like Crypto Blood just said, things can happen in the drop of a hat. Especially it's just so much tension, so much things going on in the world. Things can drop
Yeah, any type
in
of
in
black
the drop of
swan
a hat.
event, bro, can cause and we're on a house of cards. There's so much quadrillions and quadrillions of derivative debt or obligations out there, bro. If the house of cards falls down, everything it goes into what's called deflation. It's a deflationary spiral. It's a price deflationary spiral. That means everything goes down. Homes, car prices, gas, even everything, the price of everything deflates. And that's what I think we will have is a deflationary event the next go round because we're going through the inflationary part now. After
Mm-hmm.
the inflationary, you have deflationary.
Yeah.
So
So my whole thing I keep saying is what they're doing right now is putting a band-aid on a broken leg, with all these things going on with the house of cards, like you said. Two scenarios that I'm looking at for my thesis. I know the rates are coming. The interest rate cuts are coming. Why they cut the interest rates will be a big factor. Will they just cut the interest rates because of presidential things going on, or and they deem inflation gone or inflation going down at a steady rate, so they can start cutting rates, or will they have to start cutting rates tremendously because something happens? So those are two totally different scenarios and two totally
I
different
actually don't
outcomes.
think I don't think they're going to cut rates, bro. I don't think
This
they're
year
going
in
to cut rates.
2024.
It may not happen. It may not happen, bro.
So
Because yeah, because you got to look at. I mean, he's already walking back a lot of his rhetoric. Jerome Powell, he's walking back.
mhm.
The Wall Street was looking for six rate cuts, 6 or 7 rate cuts this year. It ain't happening. So now they had to bring it down to three to four, or 2 to 3, whichever. I don't know where they are now, but I don't even know if we get one
Oh wow,
because
this is the first,
inflation
you're the first person that's saying this.
inflation is still rampant, bro. Where do you know
Yeah.
that inflation has gone down? They're lying to us. There is no inflation has come down to 3%. CPI has come down to 3.5%. That's some bullshit.
Hmm.
So they're lying because it is a presidential election year. They have to make sure it looks like that, but you can only lie for so long before the consumer realizes, wait, nah, this stuff is not coming down. My groceries are still high. My medical bills are still high. My car insurance is still high. My car insurance just doubled for no reason.
Mine too. Yeah, mine and my house. In the house. So with inflation though, see this is inflation. Like they come on TV and they talk about, well, yeah, we're winning the good fight against inflation. We got inflation down to 3 point something percent. I'm like, the average person doesn't know that. That don't mean prices come down. It just mean that prices going up slower. So another thing is what you saying that debt has to be rolled over next year. All this plays hand in hand with the interest rates. With that inflation, I mean, with that debt having to be rolled over, they might not cut, but if that debt has to get rolled over and we're already $34 trillion in debt, I feel like they have to cut. Like I don't see like how we're going to. This is a sustainable path,
And see,
fiscally.
this is the end game because when you get to a damned if you do, damned if you don't scenario, that's when it's
Hmm.
done.
Exactly.
You see
Hmm.
what I'm saying? That's what
Hmm.
I'm saying. We're near the end, and I know people have been saying this for many years, but it's really getting close to it where you can't increase rates or you can't cut rates because inflation. You're going to allow things to continue to overheat, right? You can't increase rates because that it only adds fuel to the fire. So it's I think they're really getting towards that point, bro. And I think that the pinnacle or the apex, the crescendo is in 2025, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So everything that we've been talking about thus far in this stream, everything that has been said, to me boils down to be active. we can let our bags ride. We can have fun. We can make our money, but we still need to be active investors in watching our portfolio, and not only watching our portfolio, watching everything around us that could affect crypto going forward. Though I do think 2024 is going to be very, very bullish. I think we might even, hit some of these numbers that we thought would happen in 2025. But like you said, I still got a little PTSD from last bear market I'm trying to get over, and I'm still trying to um, not think about the macro economy too much, but it's still on the back of my mind, and that's what I encourage
Got
everybody
to.
to have fun and make our money. But like we saying, take profits. Please take profits, because once this thing turns around, if this thing turns, when it goes down, it's going to get a big dip. Your psychology is going to be like, and this is from experience, your psychology is going to be like, it'll go back up. I'll wait, it'll go back up. Then it goes down more. And you say, I might as well not sell now. I done already, you know what I mean? And the psychology just keeps doing that, and it just goes all the way back down. So I
And you end up
implore
selling
people,
at the bottom.
and then
You
you
end
end
up
up
selling
selling
at the
at the
bottom.
bottom.
Yeah, yeah,
Man,
you
so
end
I
up
for
selling at the bottom.
everybody to start taking these profits, buying some stuff that can some other assets, or some other things that can generate money, or just have a little bit of fun, like whatever you want to do, but just take profits, like you said, take profits. So crypto blood, let me ask you one more question before we start. I'm gonna get some questions out of the chat. When you became, why did you become an influencer or a YouTuber, whatever you want to call it? Why did you become that? Did you become it because this is why because I really had nobody else to talk to about it. Nobody else around me wants to talk about it really like that until, like, prices go up. But in the depths of the bear market, nobody wanted to talk to me about it. So I wanted to come on, YouTube or all my other outlets, and find like-minded people and talk about it. Why did you start a channel? Why did you start getting into crypto videos and whatnot?
Yeah, it was by mistake. I just was so excited. My dad was finally willing to get into crypto. I've been telling him about it since 2015, and he finally said in 17 that he was ready to get into it. So I did a video saying I'm on my way to my dad's house now. Set him up on a Coinbase account, blah blah blah. And I was doing that in the car. And I think I did another video after that. Just for I don't even know why I did it. I just did it, and it kind of went viral. Cliff
Mhm.
High retweeted it on Twitter. I wasn't even on Twitter then. I wasn't even on Twitter, and he was tweeting my stuff, and so just exploded from there. And that's kind of how I got into it. Made it. Made it a
Mhm.
full time thing. It's for fun. I don't really make any money from doing it, but I like doing it. It's an outlet. It's kind of my outlet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely true. So what you got going in the future with crypto besides the videos, besides like investing? Is there anything else or anything on the table that you want to talk about, or you can talk about, or how are you playing it outside of just investing or trading within the crypto space?
I haven't thought about doing something in a while in crypto, like as a business. I have my Bloodalytics, but another thing about me, man, I actually have founded two tech startups um, here in the
Oh
city.
wow.
Actually, one called Warranty Ninja many years ago, many moons ago. We won some awards here in the city when there was actually a black incubator out of New Orleans called Nolia. I think it was
Mm-hmm.
called Nolia something tech or something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, we were. So I have experience with tech startups, and I've done that a couple times. And I want to start something in the crypto space, a business. Just waiting on the right moment. Regulation really scares me. Um, so I just want
Yeah.
to be careful in how I do that because they are targeting people. They've targeted many people I know in the space. Reggie Middleton being one. Financially ruined him, and he was early. I mean, he was one of the first to try to create smart contracts on Bitcoin, and he couldn't do it, so he had to move to Ethereum to make it happen. Um, but early, man, I'm talking 2016, he was doing this, and I've
Wow.
seen many people. I mean, the documentary I'm in, um, that's on Netflix now about Central Tech. Another guy. He's doing 8 years right now. So I've seen a lot of people get, essentially gunned down by the regulators in crypto. So I'm just being careful. But I'll eventually do something. Some stuff I'm doing in the real estate market that I think is innovative and will be successful as well. A couple projects there. But yeah, man, I'm just kind of kicking back right now, man. I'm
Yeah.
kicking
Tell us.
back
Tell us.
booling.
Yeah, tell us about Blood Analytics before we get out of here because I see every time I come on your live stream, I see you got all
Yeah,
these open positions in there in the green. Like tell us a little bit about Blood
yeah.
Analytics and how that works.
Well, it's just that was maybe right before the ETFs went live. I was making a lot of money, but ironically enough, right when the ETFs went live and Wall Street went live, things kind of shifted. So I've been having some drawdowns the last couple of weeks, and I think I'm going to recalibrate the signals because
Hmm.
things have changed. I believe I have to wait maybe another 2 to 3 weeks to figure out if that's really the case. But yeah, Blood of Licks, bro, again is my signal service. I used it in Trading Wars. I would have won Trading Wars, but my man Crypto Face did some
Oh
backdoor
man.
okie dokie shit there. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Crypto Wars, man. Shout out to Crypto Wars and
Yeah.
Crypto Face,
I
everybody
was
over
I
there.
was I had the highest balance. I had won twice. Only person that won twice that season and had the highest balance. But he didn't cheat. He did not cheat. He just he was clever and used a real low cap stock or crypto and just basically went back and forth and bought the and played the spread. But yeah, man, it's a system that I've been working on for many years now, and it does work automatically
Mhm.
on Fairdesk, but it even works better when you use that in conjunction with whatever trading style and system you use. That's how when you can really extract the most out of that system, and that's what I was doing on Trading Wars. So I'm looking forward to being back on Trading Wars next year, next season. I hope they change some of the rules, and I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win.
You know what? I just sent I sent Keeper a message saying, "Hey man, I need to be on that show. I can get on there and
Uh oh,
I can get some things
You
going.
ain't ready to
Hey,
trade with the big the
I'm
bull
hey,
the you ready?
I'm gonna come. I'm like the sniper. I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna make my
Oh
mark,
man.
man. For real, for real.
All right.
So we'll
All right
we'll
now. We'll
see. We'll
see.
see how that plays
We'll
out. We'll
see.
definitely see how that plays out, man. Let's look at the chat, man, before we get out of here. A lot of people are saying inflation is too high, no rate cuts. Dave P, what's up, Dave P? Tyler Fitzpatrick, how you doing, man? He came over from Digital Asset News. We spoke yesterday. Thanks for coming over to the live stream. Alex O, he said he's out of here. He got a little baby on the way. Shout out to Alex
Yeah. Shout out
O
to him.
and a little
Congratulations.
otter on the way.
Yeah.
Nikki B, how you doing, Nikki B? Are there any lessons that can be taken from crypto face technique and trading wars that could be incorporated into blood analytics? TRD Farmer just asked you that, blood.
I'm sorry. I missed it. We said, are there any lessons that can be taken from CF technique and trading wars that can be incorporated? No, not really, bro. I think what CF did was he just literally. I personally think he may have used another account and just extracted the value from that account essentially. So
Oh no.
I'm just saying.
Are
I'm
you calling crypto face a cheater live?
No, he's not a cheater
Oh,
because you
okay.
could use whatever. See, the first season you can only use the top 10 market cap coins. But when
Right.
you go into low market cap coins, you can manipulate the price and play with the spread. So he was, I think, buying on one account or buying from himself on one account and then selling to himself back on the other account. This is what I think. I don't know if that's true or not, but he was able to make $100 or 10% on his account over and over again within an hour and a half. So
Oh, okay.
no,
We gonna have to get. We gonna have to
he
get.
was
Huh?
market make. He was market
He
making. I
was
think
market making, basically. Yeah, that's what
on
you're
that
saying. Yeah.
low market cap coin, but it's all good.
Hey, you know what?
Nah, he wasn't
When
cheating
you
though.
yeah,
He
when you
wasn't
got
cheating.
big money, you playing with big money like that. You can move a lot of things over like that. So man, shout out to
Yeah,
shout out to everybody over there,
CF, man.
Crypto
That's my
Face,
guy.
man. He definitely is one of the guys who I came in looking up to when it came to trading. You know, I was just admire his streams and admire his $1 million streams and $1 million lives. So yeah, definitely we
Yeah,
just
he
playing
he
with
a
him.
better
Shout
one
out to
than me.
Crypto Face.
I ain't gonna ever do nothing like that, bro. And when you say you make $1 million trading, guess what?
The
You
knock
know
on
who
that door,
coming.
huh?
Come on, man. You better pay up a 500,000.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, man.
I'm
OF
straight.
of Offerno Crypto. I'm sorry if I screwed that name up. Great show. Thank you, man. I appreciate everybody for coming over, man. Appreciate Crypto Blood for coming on. We'll definitely have to get it in down the line again. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting the channel, everybody who's been coming over, liking, subscribing, man. We just getting started. The bull run is finally here. We were here during the depths of
Yes,
the
for
bear.
sure.
We stuck it out. Our conviction never
Hey
waned.
man, I got out and got back in at the perfect timing.
Yeah. So our
I did it.
conviction never
So
waned. We wanted to bring on, an OG who can give you some of his knowledge and give you some of his mistakes that he made, and hope you don't make the same mistakes. And the same with me. I
don't
made
buy your
tons and
cigars
tons of mistakes.
with crypto.
Oh yeah, right. I
Just to
got a lot of
save
guys. Yeah,
just to save 3%. That's what
yeah.
I was saving 3% because
Oh God.
they didn't charge, with Visa and MasterCard they have a 3% charge. So if you pay with crypto, they gave you 3% back. So
A lot of
that's
people
what it is.
now that I'm in crypto and now that I've been talking about crypto everywhere, a lot of my guys from my neighborhood, they be like, "Yeah, man, we was in crypto way before you. We was doing." I be like, "Man, I already know it, Silk Road and all that other stuff." And they was like, they've had
Hey,
hundreds of bitcoins and doing all this,
bro,
and
let me
I'm
say
like,
something real quick before we get out of here.
uh huh,
In 2015, me and my buddy, he a cigar partner of mine, we smoked together or used to, and he was trying to get into crypto and stuff, and we found some crypto Bitcoin ATMs. Right, this is 2015. We found Bitcoin ATMs scattered through the hood. There's one on 7 Mile, and you remember where Strictly Sports was on
strictly.
Seven
Oh, on
Mile?
7 Mile in like Mansfield or something over there. I
Yeah,
remember. Yeah,
Mansfield. Shout out to Seven.
yeah,
I used to be over there on Mansfield.
yeah.
But
That's what. Yeah.
yeah, uh, it was a Bitcoin ATM in that liquor store in 2015.
Wow.
Yeah, so the hood has been on Bitcoin for other reasons.
Right.
But yeah, man, the hood's been on crypto.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Hey,
That's a
a
fact.
lot of people from my neighborhood can say they beat BlackRock. They can say they beat me. They can say they beat a lot of people, but today they have zero and they're uninterested. And then once Bitcoin gets to 80, 90, 100,000, then they'll be asking about it again. But unfortunately, you're almost a little bit late to the party. But I tell everybody like you got to start researching these altcoins now if you want to get some good gains. But that's neither here nor there. It all starts with Bitcoin. So basically,
Yes, indeed.
that's it.
Yes, indeed.
TD Firm, we'll get out of here. TD, what's your company? CF Invest. Oh, are you insinuating that me and Crypto Face are working together? You got an anonymous benefit. Hey, one
That's
day,
funny.
one day. But yeah, man, Blood, man, I appreciate you coming on. Appreciate you for having me
Absolutely.
on your channel.
Absolutely.
Local guy, man. I didn't even know. Like, we probably grew up around the corner from each other and didn't even know.
Possibly.
You
I
know
was
what I
on
mean?
Seven
So,
in Greenview. That's where I grew up.
yep.
Seven in Greenview.
Yeah. Yeah, so you was right on 7 in Southfield. I was 7 in Greenfield, basically. So
Okay, gotcha.
definitely
Yeah.
definitely shout out to you, man. Appreciate you for coming over, man.
Yes,
Much
sir.
love, respect. I hope all the well wishes over
too.
to you and your
Likewise.
channel, man. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace and love. Have a good day. Let's get to the money.
Holla.